So we're going to be practicing the commands around a lot of distractions. This dog is probably going to bark, but even more importantly, it's the hose right there, which really scares her. But I'll show you that even in the presence of something that makes her nervous, she can still keep it together. Sit. Good. You can continue on if you want. It's okay. If you want to keep going, it's okay. One of the things that I practiced is walking, doing left-hand circles, and it's a great way to practice, to have the dog practice walking next to you. So, okay, what I do is I walk straight for like 10 feet, and then I just walk in a circle, do a full circle, and I stop where I started with a sit. Good. And then, okay, walk straight for another few feet, 10 feet or so, and do another circle. And all the way around, and sit. Good. Now I'm going to come back that way. Okay, because we're about to run out of the shade here. It's a very hot day today here in Burbank. Another left circle. See how my body is kind of hurting her? Sit. Good. It's a great way to teach a dog to stay next to you without pulling. Going left draws the dog next to you, back next to you. And then, okay, if she is pulling, you can always do little pops as you're going left. Although she's not. Okay. If she lags behind, coax her to catch up. Don't pull her to you. Sit. Good. You want to keep that leash loose as much as possible because that keeps the dog way calmer. If you're doing a lot of this, letting the dog pull you, holding on like this, that kind of stuff makes a dog nervous, and especially a dog that's a little bit insecure still like she is, it'll just make her more uptight, and that's the state of mind where bad behavior comes from. So you want to always just, watch this video, see how the leash is always loose. The most I would do, okay, would be little pops like that. Okay, let me get on, so she's on this side. Okay, if I'm walking, I'm just going to be doing little pops. Come on, sweetie. Good. And if you want, you can just take the leash in your left hand like this. Hey. And then hand feed every once in a while when she's next to you. You want her to continue to think of this being at your leg. See how her head's at my leg? As being the sweet spot. That was a big piece of chicken that she just dropped. I know you want that. Come on. Good girl. So you want to continue to develop this as a place she wants to be, where she doesn't pull. And okay, you practice speeding up and slowing down and hand feeding when you slow down. Good girl. Okay, come on. When she catches up, rewarding her like that. She's distracted by the camera person. Also, she's kind of nervous, but you can see how she's really learned to walk next to me without pulling. Sit. Good. And she is she's very calm when you handle her this way. If you allow her to start pulling you around everywhere, and you don't start off your walk with the sitting at the gateways and making sure that she's calm, doing the sit stays at the curbs before her walk, and at your doorways, because you live in an apartment building, at doorways and in the hallway. If she starts off her walk in a very agitated state where she's excited, then it's just going to get worse on the walk. So you want to always do what we've done here on the video and start your walk like this, and then later on she'll be calmer and calmer every time that you do it this way. Another exercise that we're going to show you is, okay, these consecutive sits. Sit. Good. Okay. Sit. Good. Okay. Sit. Good. Okay. I'm going to go back this way towards the camera. Sit. Good. Okay. Sit. Good. So all this does is just break up that constant cycle of pulling that so many dogs have when they first start walking on a leash. Every time that she sits, she has to focus and wait for my permission to walk again. Sit. She's anticipating, good, that she's going to have to sit again every couple of feet. Just do 6 or 8 of these in a row. If you just do that once a day, which takes you probably less than a minute, That's all you're going to need to keep her where she's at now, and she'll continue to get better as long as you do it in different situations, like on different street corners or on different sidewalks. Don't always do it in the same place. Okay, all this training, you want to be doing it wherever you take her. The more different locations, sit, that you do it in, the better she's going to be overall. If you only do it in the same street, on the same corner every day, she's not going to get better that quickly. So you want to definitely mix it up and practice her training in as many different situations as possible, as long as she's able to handle it. If she's too nervous in a given situation and she can't stay in a sit-stay or do commands, that means that it's too much for her and you need to get her out of that situation, because if you try to force her to go in sits and you're struggling with her, and that's just her practicing making mistakes and practicing the wrong behavior over and over again. So don't try to force her to do something that she's not ready to do yet. And then you can practice in a calmer environment, and then later on come back to whatever that environment is and try it again and build back up to doing things at that higher level of distractions. Okay.